Thank you for tuning into our special LOHS TV broadcast of Lillian Osborne's observance of Remembrance Day. As we begin, please rise for our treaty acknowledgement and the singing of O Canada. We acknowledge that we are on Treaty 6 territory, the ancestral and traditional territory of the Cree, Dene, Blackfoot, Saulteaux, Nakota Sioux, and Métis. We acknowledge the many First Nations, Métis, and Inuit whose footsteps have marked these lands for generations. We are grateful for the traditional knowledge keepers and elders who are still with us today and those who have gone before us. We recognize the land as an act of reconciliation and gratitude to those whose territory we reside on or are visiting.
Please be seated. Tomorrow is Remembrance Day in Canada, a memorial day that has been observed in Commonwealth member states since the end of the First World War to honor armed forces members who have died in the line of duty. This day has significance as it was the end of hostilities in World War I, which resulted from the armistice signing on the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month in 1918. Across Canada and many other countries around the world, people gather on November 11th to honor the courage and devotion of brave men and women who made the supreme sacrifice of dying for their country. The hostilities of the First World War ceased on November 11th, 1918 at 11 a.m., the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month. The following year marked the first observance of a day to remember and honor those who died and to give thanks for the sacrifices of those who came back from serving their country. Since then, Canadians have fought in other conflicts. Many have given their lives and many more returned with injuries, some that could be seen and many that were unseen. And they did so that we might enjoy our freedoms today. They all should be remembered. Let us remember the soldiers who have fallen in combat, who made the ultimate sacrifice, their very lives, to defend others, human rights, and our freedoms. Let us remember the seniors and veterans in our communities who fought in wars but returned to us. Their lives were changed forever by their experiences. Let us remember those men and women who have traveled and continue to travel overseas to help others enduring conflict, crisis, or war, helping to rescue, missions, delivering supplies, providing medical attention, and more. That is what draws me to this remembrance. I have two close family members who served in UN peacekeeping missions and in Afghanistan. Both have been injured in their duties. One who we believed would be lost to his injuries, but was able to return. His experiences will continue to affect him throughout his lifetime. Lest we forget is a phrase that not only calls us to remember our veterans for their sacrifice, it calls us to avoid repeating history's tragedies. Today, this message takes on greater meaning as the world navigates increased tensions and hostilities. Please think about the privileged lives we as Canadians and why it is important to find time to remember those who had had the courage to fight for us and the very freedoms we cherish. As you go throughout your day and on to Remembrance Day tomorrow, remember that this is a time when we offer our gratitude and thanks. We also recommit to justice, peace, and understanding in hopes that none will be called to make this sacrifice again. We will not forget. Next, Cadet Tivian Ho will recite the Act of Remembrance.
Thank you, Mr. Robertson. I will be reciting the Act of Remembrance. I would like to invite all of you to respond at the end with "We will remember them." They shall grow not old, as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor their years condemn. At the going down of the sun and in the morning, we will remember them. We will remember them. Thank you. Before our moment of silence, Karis McFeeters will play the last post, which signifies the end of daily activities or that a soldier has gone to his final rest. As this piece is played, please rise and remain standing until the moment of silence is broken by the playing of the ruse.
Thank you, Karis. To conclude the observance, I will be reciting the commitment to remember. Please respond at the end with "We will remember them." They were young as we are young. They served, giving freely of themselves. To them we pledge, amid the winds of time, to carry their torch and never forget. We will remember them. We will remember them.
Thank you for your attention to our Remembrance Day observance. This brings to an end our observance. If you would like to attend a Remembrance Day service on November 11th, there are several options that will be provided at the end of this broadcast. For Benjamin, Isabella, Tiffany, Tivian, Karis, and Mr. Robertson, I'm Essica Chung, and thank you for participating in our Remembrance Day observance.